The common narrative has always been, if you don't want to be a coal miner or in the coal industry, you don't want to be a teacher, or you don't want to be a nurse, then you ought to really think about packing your bags, because you're going to have to move and go somewhere else. And it's not the truth. It's not the way it is anymore. There is more opportunity to do lots of things remotely and within striking distance of where we live.
Since Teleworks came to the area, we have increased the number of people working here by about 170, which is incredible in a community that has about 7,600 people in it.
To say it's making a difference is kind of an understatement. It's making a huge difference. Not only is it helping us in our occupational tax-wise, but our local businesses, gas stations and grocery stores and things like that, they're not having to spend all their money to get back and forth to work, so they're able to spend more money here at home on things that they need.
I think it's been a life changer as far as these small counties. We live here because we like living here. And everybody's the same way. We stay because this is what we love. And now that we're able to stay because we're able to make money and work from home, it's the perfect scenario. I mean, it couldn't get any better.
I knew if I ever have kids, this is where I wanted to raise them. And if it was not for Teleworks USA and all the opportunities that they have provided for me, this would not be possible. This is my dream. And with Teleworks USA, my dream is now becoming a reality. People that work there, I can't say enough about them. They get you in touch with work from home jobs that can brighten your horizon.
Doing the work that I do from my home where I can take care of my family is the best thing that's ever happened to me, without question.
Teleworks USA is an initiative of Eastern Kentucky CEP that seeks to find people and upskill them in Eastern Kentucky within the service region that we have and prepare them to be paired with and apply for jobs with companies all over the nation and even the globe to be able to work remotely from here within Eastern Kentucky.
The world of work is changing so dramatically. Here's our chance to get out in front of it a little bit. Here's our chance to think about this differently. And so that's what kind of birthed the whole idea of Teleworks USA.
Before, I was limited to jobs that were only available in my area. And in Hyden, Kentucky, there's not a lot of options. The ceiling was really low for what you could provide for your family. But when you begin to work remotely and you can reach out to companies anywhere in the world and work, then the ceiling goes way up. I have recruiters calling me every day. I have to beat people off with a stick to get them to leave me alone. The sky's the limit, really. There's nothing but opportunities in every direction.
I know I was down there at the local business or Family Dollar store. The lady mentioned, she said, it's been like crazy in here this morning. And I said, well, has your business not been up a lot in the last, Lord, it's almost double. It's making a difference, a gigantic difference in our local economy. And Teleworks has been the greatest thing that's happened to Owsley County in many a day.
I wanted to have more access to my children, so I took a job working from home, which is what I do now here in Hazard, and I absolutely love it. I love everything about it. Being able to be home with my children when I need to be there. I save so much on money because I don't have to drive to work. I save on gas. It's almost like a dream to work from home. I typically log in anywhere between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. It just depends on the day. I take my first break, meet my kids at the bus stop when they get off of school, walk them home, give snacks, go downstairs, go to work. On my lunch break, come up, fix dinner, feed everybody dinner, look over homework, log back in. On my last break, go back upstairs, make sure everybody's tucked in for the night and everybody's clothes are picked out for the next day. And then I go down, finish up my work day, and then I log off. That's a typical day.
Some people just believe that Teleworks just offers these little jobs that you can just get by on, but these are actually jobs that could possibly provide you with a full career.
I was just offered a position to be a mentor to the new waves that are coming in. just like I had to come in. So I give them pointers, help them out, get them ready to, try to help them get adjusted as well. So, and I really like the leadership role that I have. And so I like to continue going that way. And then that way I can help other people to be in leadership.
We were fortunate enough to be able to bring in no less than 11 companies that were from all across the nation, representing multiple companies like Amazon, Williams-Sonoma, Hilton Reservations, Concentric, Sutherland Global. A lot of companies you may have heard of, some you haven't, but the point is all of them are looking for remote workers like Teleworks USA can supply.
Oh, in a community like mine, what you're looking at entry level for grocery stores, entry level for the tourism industry. And so the business owners in those areas, at one time, they could sit there and say, hey, $7.25 is the best deal you're going to get. In reality, in Lee County now, that's not the case. If these people go down and talk to Teleworks, that they can get for $12 an hour or more. And the opportunities for advancement, because now they're working for large companies that are looking for people to develop skills, is now exponentially greater.
Teleworks USA is not limited to the technical support and customer support jobs. That's the starting point, but the end point is limitless with the job potential in the digital economy and the global economy now.
FlexJobs has jobs in over 50 career categories, entry level to executive, in full-time to part-time, freelance to employee, and all over the world. Well, we've been really happy to be working with the organizations in Eastern Kentucky with Teleworks and SOAR to help bring economic development to rural areas in America that don't have job opportunities for their populations. And people who want to work, but simply don't have the jobs available to them in their communities. And for various reasons, either don't want to leave their areas or they can't leave their areas for different reasons. So remote work, one of the huge benefits of it is that you can bring jobs to people.
We partner with a company called Connect. This is the third time that we've had a hiring event with them. We've created workshops that are custom to their tech support curriculum, but they send people to Eastern Kentucky to do face-to-face interviews with our people, our Eastern Kentuckians, the people Teleworks USA serves. There was a gentleman there who I noticed right away, and noticed him again later on because he was one of the last people who finished his interview, and he came out in a wheelchair. And he stopped us as he was leaving his interview, and we of course asked him, did you get an offer? And he said, yeah, absolutely I did. And he said, I told that lady from Connect that when she made that offer to me, you just changed my life. And that's why we do this. That's one of the reasons we do this. We view this as an opportunity to use the digital economy to change people's lives.
Our relationship with Teleworks USA is a great success story. They understand what our business needs are, and then they tailor their recruiting, if you will, or their offering from a training perspective to meet our needs. And it's been extremely successful. I would say it's probably an area that we've had the highest employment rate, the highest retention rate, and the highest match in terms of the people that they provide us and whether or not those people are qualified to meet our roles.
Teleworks for us is a unique organization. We don't work with any other organizations like a Teleworks. So they're unique in and of themselves, just with what they're doing, the fact that we're putting on live, very large job fairs. We don't typically do that, but I think their training program, I think the fact that they're willing to tweak a training program to whatever a partner might need is very, very helpful.
I think some of the next great territory that Teleworks USA needs to conquer, if you will, and address in Eastern Kentucky is just simply more outreach. And to have more outreach into communities where we don't have a hub at the moment, you need hands and feet to do that. So there's people that are needed to be able to go into counties where we know that internet is very good and talk about what we do, recruit them into the hubs we do have, or even set up and do job fairs and short-term workshops for those folks in those communities.
We can employ thousands of people, but we need to be able to go to additional hubs. We need to be able to reach additional candidates within Eastern Kentucky as opposed to just the few small hubs that we've been visiting.
These kinds of coalitions they're the future, and it's something that we have to be investing in our people and investing in our communities to address now and not wait.
Selfishly, we have 2 great hubs in the 2 counties we serve, but there are other counties in eastern Kentucky that need more, and they need more staff, and they need more hubs, because there's thousands and thousands of jobs out there, work from home telework jobs, and a lot of other people in eastern Kentucky that would be willing and able and good at doing that kind of work.
There are plenty of people here that, given the chance, can really not only succeed but excel.
I definitely think that having this type of opportunity and this type of employment will impact people's, their decisions based on leaving the county or leaving home or leaving town to find other employment. So I think if we could, just educate people that there is a job market here and that there is jobs that you can have that you can support your family on and live, I think people might change their minds about leaving to find employment. We could keep more people here and grow our community. I think the way it was meant to happen.
I guess the vision for the future would be that we have more community support, more funding from foundations, more legislative support, so that we can create stability and sustainability that moves us to that place where the second generation's working remotely and that we're changing the culture. I mean, we are on the cusp here of, I believe, of really creating a pathway out of poverty for people. And that's been being tried for a long time. And we're putting people to work. And we're creating opportunities for them that would not exist, don't exist, without them knowing about it. And that's what Teleworks USA is. It's enlightening people to the opportunities of the big wide world and what's available in the digital economy.